Brassbanned on the run. Brassbanned on the run. Ladies and gentlemen, loyal viewers, my name is Tim from Brassbanned, and you are witnessing yet another sensational segment of Brassbanned on the run as we make the epic road trip from Melbourne up to Brisbane for the world's most watched band competition, the Australian National Band Championships. I'm lucky enough to have caught up with the amazing Christopher Lee. Chris, how are you going?
Good, thanks, Tim. How are you?
I'm superb. Thank you so much for asking. Darabun, you're playing the Darabun. Amazing trombone playing with Darabun.
I'll do my best, but yes, that's what I'm doing, yes.
And how's Darabun's preparation going in the Open A grade?
I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving the test piece, and I'm loving our own choice as well. There's a lot of trombone stuff to get around. Good. A few solos, so I'm feeling pretty special. No, it's really, really good fun.
Excellent. And the Darabun band entity is quite large. You've got junior bands, and there's the B grade Northern Brass who are heading up. What's it like being part of an organisation that can get two bands from one side of the country to the other side of the country for a national competition?
It's very busy. So there's a lot of work goes into it. I'm kind of lucky being the president in that I've got a lot of other people who I get to tell what to do. And over the last couple of years, our committee is actually really fantastic, especially the people running Northern and looking after that side of things. I don't have much to do with them anymore. In some ways, which is really good. So they're really looking after themselves, and they've got a great leadership team there. So I don't have to worry too much about looking after two bands. I kind of just make sure that other people are looking after the two bands. Now, my committee's fantastic. I'm very lucky.
And you look very relaxed for president, trombone extraordinaire, and of course, drum major of the A-grade band. How did you learn how to be a drum major, and how did you learn how to flourish? Because loyal viewers, I'm sure you've been watching for many years, you would have seen Chris out the front, and sometimes it happens, he can throw the mace up really high and catch it again. I think he's one of one, maybe two drum majors in the entire country who can do that. How did you learn?
I learnt on the job. So we just had no one that wanted to do it. Okay. And I kind of was the only person that sort of said, oh yeah, I may as well do it. Yeah. So drum majoring is not my forte. Mm-hmm. It's something I kind of enjoy, but I really only do preparation in the few days leading up to it, just so I know the kind of things I need to do for drill and how to start the band and stop the band.
So have you practiced any of that marching stuff yet?
No.
Okay. Not to worry, there's still, 4 or 5 sleeps?
That's right. Tomorrow, actually, we've got our local RSL's Anzac Day parade, service that we do. So we will do a fair bit of marching tomorrow up and down High Street and St George's Road in the Preston. So that's going to be our rehearsal for Nationals. Perfect.
And what's the rest of your Nationals preparation look like? Top A-grade band, 2 or 3 rehearsals a week, been going at it ever since this time last year? Or what's your season look like, I guess, for rehearsing and preparation?
We're generally 2 nights a week, and we're generally very busy. So we're usually always trying to lead up to something. We're not rehearsing for no reason. We always try and build towards something. So we've sort of been preparing since the end of last year, kind of, but it's mostly been just straight back at the end of January. We've been really hard at it. 2 rehearsals a week, and the last few weeks it's been 3, and this week I think it's going to be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday we fly up. So it is pretty intense, the build-up.
And is the whole band flying on the same flight, or everyone sort of booked their own flights and we hope everyone makes it and no one booked a Tiger flight?
No, that'd be too much of a nightmare, I don't think. No. Everyone looks after their own flights, but we're all staying in the same place.
Okay. Terrific. That's really good to hear. Now, I've been asking everybody this. We've been catching up with a lot of people with these interviews. The change of direction at the parade, the street march, is it going to be left or right? Do you know that yet?
I know I got an email about it. I think it's a right turn. They're usually right turns.
Does your band have a preference for turning right or left?
We seem to usually only have to turn right, which is really, really handy if we have right turns on the marches. We're kind of okay, but we're nothing special. We haven't planned.
I disagree. I remember the change of direction last year, which really sticks with me.
It was too easy. It was too easy to make fun of the cricket and what was happening there. And it was wonderful because I think Wellington marched.
They had the same theme going. It was great.
They had a cricket theme, yes. They sounded probably a bit better than us on the march, though, and looked a bit better. They had some wonderful cricket outfits going on.
They're a sensational band. They're the current reigning Australian national champion who unfortunately can't make it over. We miss you guys. Wish you were here.
No,
do we miss them?
Absolutely, and we've a few friends in that band as well, and they're just wonderful people and a wonderful band. Yeah,
definitely. Speaking of wonderful people, I hear you get a lot of council support for the Darabun brass community. Lots of musicians in there. How do you keep it all running as president? I'm sure you've got sort of a a really high up bird's eye view over that.
Kind of, yes. So the Darabun City Brass gives us heaps of support, and we're really grateful to them. Without them, we just wouldn't exist. Like most community bands, we really rely on our council's support. So they give us our band room for free, which
Wow, it's a really nice band room.
is a wonderful band room, especially with a bit of soundproofing now. It's actually a much nicer place to be in. They really look after us. So we get that for free. We've got to pay the bills, and they help us out with a little bit of a grant every year, which we have to apply for. And again, my committee's fantastic, and they do a wonderful job in preparing those grants every year. But the Darabun City Council, we couldn't do it without them. Thank you so much.
And a big thank you to all of the local councils and everyone who's supporting community music making and community banding right around Australia and internationally. It's great to have your support. Chris, thank you for your time here tonight. We've got a special something for you,
Oh, wow.
which is just levitating its way to us now. It's a little Brassbanned
Wow.
rescue pack.
I've always wanted one of these. I really have. This is just fantastic. Thank you so much.
No worries. Thanks, Chris. Best of luck at Nationals.
Thanks very much, Tim.
Perfect.
Oh, I didn't say anything about throwing the mace, sorry.
And loyal viewers, we're back. Throwing the mace, you're learning on the job how to throw the mace. So does that mean you said, look, oh, no one else wants to do it, I'm going to do it, and you were marching and you thought, I've seen people do this before, let's see what happens?
Pretty much, yeah. I knew that I didn't know what I was doing. I knew my calls weren't the right calls or the instructions or what I was doing instructing the band with the mace, but I knew I could throw it. And so I played football a lot when I was younger, and I have a twin brother and two younger brothers, so we're used to throwing each other and throwing other people. Okay. So I figured it was a natural transition.
It's like a very skinny person.
Pretty much, yeah, with a really weighted end on it. So it does this weird kind of turny thing that you have to... So I had to practice the throwing a fair bit, but I haven't dropped it yet. And even though I think last year in New Zealand I wasn't supposed to throw the mace, I did miss the drum majors meeting. I'm really sorry, New Zealand Band Council, you're wonderful people, but...
Aren't they lovely? Aren't they really lovely? Hi, Helen. Yeah.
They are the best. No, I missed that meeting, and I think we were told not to flourish, but I threw it about 8 or 9 times, and I caught it every single time. Yeah, so no drop yet.
Fantastic. And what's your throwing technique? Like, do you sort of, is it from the bottom up, or try and get some twirls that goes up, or just up and straight down again?
That's it. No, because it's weighted, it flies very strangely. So you have to kind of make sure you give it a really big hoik.
Hoik?
And then, so you give it enough so it spins around at least once.
Once. And then you're still marching, of course.
You're still marching, and you're keeping a very, very close eye.
Do you bother to look up, or do you just know it's going to come back down?
Oh, no, I have to look up. No, I'm sure I've got this terrified look on my face as I'm still watching it and making sure it's not going to get me or the trombones behind me or anyone in the crowd. So,
how is your public liability insurance?
I'm sure it exists, committee.
Well, we look forward to witnessing from afar the mace throwing at the Street March. Chris, thanks once again.
Thanks very much, Tim.
Oh, Chris, we're back again.
Back.
Now, by my calculations, Darabun City Brass Preston Band has now... Is that the name of your band?
Very good. Oh, it is. Well done.
Good, yes. I believe you, after this Nationals, will hold the record for the longest stint of consecutive National Band Championships appearance in A grade in the modern era.
That's pretty awesome. Still haven't won one, but yeah, no, it's really
but you've been there. But you've been there.
We have. I mean, in the last couple of years, we've won the hymn, test, own choice, and march. We just haven't been able to put it all together yet. But
that shows really great consistency across a range of disciplines and a range of years to that, which I would say is probably more impressive than winning it once.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, any band could win it once, right?
Apparently.
But it would take a band with real skill to come up year after year after year and place at the top at all. Brisbane Excelsior. They haven't been at all of them. They missed a couple. Central Coast, the Sydney band, they're not at this one. I don't know how they're going. Gunnedah haven't been at all of them. Darabun. Congratulations.
Yeah, we have. Thank you very much. Yeah, we enjoy it. We love contests, and we love getting on stage and playing.
We love hearing you.
I'm glad you love hearing us. We love playing for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.